Hello, everybody. This is your main man Keith here, coming back at you from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Saturday morning to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We are in week 15 of our London Bulldogs franchise, season 1, and we are taking on the Seattle Seahawks at Wembley Stadium. So we're 13-0 on the year after the win over the Minnesota Vikings last episode, which I will have the link to the video in the description. So we're going to be 14-0 if we win today's episode. So let's check out the playoff picture right now. So we're the London Bulldogs. We're still the only undefeated team left because we beat the Chicago Bears last episode. And this is kind of a coincidence how it was really, in that episode against the Chicago Bears, it was really a battle between who is undefeated. Both teams did go undefeated up until that point, so I will also have the Chicago Bears episode in the link in the description below. So without a further ado, we'll show you the uniforms. Oh wait, I got one more thing to show you from that win over the Minnesota Vikings last episode. So we're going to check out the weekly awards from our win over Minnesota. Jason McCourty had 11 tackles, 2 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles for that win over the Vikings. So we'll show you the uniforms, and we'll see you guys at kickoff. All right, for the Seattle Seahawks, they are going to be wearing their away jerseys, their color rush neon green pants, which I've never showed them before in this series. So I really like the neon green. It really stands out in the navy blue, gray, and that type of color, kind of like the Minnesota Timberwolves colorations for the NBA. So we're going to check those ones out. And then for us London Bulldogs, we're going to be wearing our blue jerseys, white pants, and we'll see you guys at kickoff.
Today, from London, England, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. As we'll see Joe Flacco and the London Bulldogs taking on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
All right, we're ready to kick off here in London at Wembley Stadium, as the Seattle Seahawks are ready to return this one. So Jordan Berry is going to kick this one out for the London Bulldogs. So the Seattle Seahawks are going to return this kickoff, and they will get stopped at the 33. So this is going to be a first down at 10. We get to see Russell Wilson, who got drafted by the Seattle Seahawks back in 2012. He was also drafted that same year. Andrew Luck and Robert Griffin III were drafted. So 2012 did have a great draft class, I'd have to say, really, for the most part. So it's now 9 years later, and 10 years in Madden 22 for this Bulldogs franchise. So this will be a 3rd and 2 from the 41. We're going to blitz here defensively. So from the 41, 3:12 to go. They're going to hand this one off to Chris Carson. He gets stopped there at the 40. So this will be a 4th down and 3 for the Seattle Seahawks. They're going to have to punt this away. And Golden Tate III is ready to return the punt here for London. So we're ready to return this punt. Golden Tate ready to return, breaking tackles, get stopped at the 28-yard line. So this is going to be a first down at 10. Joe Flacco stepping onto the field for the first time in this episode. And we're going to use the dragon spacing pass play on 1st and 10 from the 28. So Flacco back to pass. He's going to fire this one out to Alshon Jeffrey. He gets a first down for a gain of 10 yards on that play. So we're going to use the PA sprint halfback pass on second down and inches. So Flacco steps back to pass. He's going to throw this one out to AJ Green. So AJ Green gets stopped at the 39-yard line. So this is going to be a first down. So we're going to move the chains here. We're going to use a formation. We're actually going to use the shotgun formation. And I'm going to actually put in some Larry Fitzgerald. So we're going to use the PAF slide pass play on 1st and 10 from the 39. So Flacco, he steps back to pass. He's going to fire this one out. And that turns out to be too deep, too high, and incomplete. So that's how I defined that pass there, as you guys just saw. And 2nd and 10, throwing this one out. So AJ Green uses that juke move, uses another juke move, gets stopped at the 14, 3 for 4, 59 yards on that play, as this will be a first down and 10. So 1st and 10 from the 14. Flacco steps back to pass, and he's going to throw this one out to AJ Green. He gets this into the end zone for a touchdown, and this will result in a 7-0 Bulldogs lead. All right, 1st and 10 from the 36 here in London. So the Seattle Seahawks, they throw this one, and that's going to result in a first down. First pass of the game for Russell Wilson, as they're going to move the chains here at the 48. Clock's winding down pretty fast here in London. So Russell Wilson, he is going to scramble the ball. He's actually going to run for it, and we couldn't even stop Russell Wilson. And they're at the 30. Seattle's at their 35-yard line. 1st and 10, 13 seconds to go. And Russell Wilson throws this one, and it's intercepted. CJ Mosley there that time claims that interception. So this will be his 3rd INT on the year for CJ Mosley for this London Bulldogs football team. So we're going to use the PA Power O pass play on 1st down and 10. So Flacco, to end the first quarter here in London, throws this to Rob Gronkowski. That is an incomplete pass, by the way, so we're going to flip that around. And we're still going to use that same pass play, and hopefully we will get that first down. And we actually do, using that juke move, and get stopped at the 31. All right, 1st down and 10 from the 31. Flacco steps back to pass. He's going to fire this one out to Larry Fitzgerald. He gets stopped at the 2-yard line. 6 for 8, 130 yards, and a touchdown in this game. So we're going to use a single back formation. We're going to change it out. We're going to put in some Larry Fitzgerald. We're going to use that quick slant route on 1st and goal. So Flacco steps back to pass. He's going to fire this one out to Larry Fitzgerald. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And that is going to be a 14-0 lead here at Wembley Stadium. All right, 1st down and 10 from the 32-yard line here at Wembley Stadium. So Chris Carson is running the ball, and he lost about 1 yard on that play. Actually, 2 yards, as a matter of fact, as this is now a 2nd and 12. So London is playing some consistent defense. They know their run game, stopping the running back and preventing first down. So this is a 3rd and 9 here for Seattle, and they're actually using the shotgun formation now. So they're going to throw this one out to the wide receiver, to the tight end. That's going to result in a 1st and 10. So 54 total yards offensively for this Seattle Seahawks team. And there's no giving up among Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. So they don't look like they're playoff contenders. They're not in the playoff picture right now, since they're I think 6 and 7 on the season. All right, so now they're going to hand this off to Chris Carson. I was sorry. I meant to. If I said Rodney McLeod, I was trying to use a defensive player there. So Tyler Lockett claims that reception. So I thought we were going to get an interception there that time, but no. 1st and 10, 15-yard line, about a minute, less than a minute to go in this first half. DK Metcalf gets it down at the 6-yard line. So it looks like Seattle, they're trying to figure out how to get this touchdown. Are they going to throw or are they going to pass? And they actually get sacked on this down, so there is a timeout. It's now 14-0 London, so there's really a strategic game plan on 3rd and 8. So 3rd and 8 now here for the Seattle Seahawks. It looks like they're going to throw this one. That is incomplete. And this is going to be a 4th and 8 from the 14. Chase Young has an abdominal tear, and he's not going to be able to return in this episode. And this is a 4th and 8. Will the Seattle Seahawks actually get the field goal, their first 3 points of the game? The answer is a yes, sirree. And it's good. So this means we get to return the kickoff. So here's the benefits of our opponent scoring. I mean, we don't allow as many points generally, so when it says points allowed, it's not as a whole lot because we score on most of the plays. So anyways, T.Y. Hilton returns his kickoff. He gets stopped at the 35. So that was a 37-yard return. And we're actually going to use the zone weak formation featuring Frank Gore as our running back. So Flacco hands it off to Gore, and we're going to take that timeout. So it's now 14-3 here in London. So we're actually going to use a pistol formation, and we're going to use the 4 verticals pass play on 1st down on 2nd and 10. So we made an incomplete pass on 1st down. So Flacco firing this one out, an incomplete pass at the 34. And this is a 3rd down and 10 here for London. Joe Flacco, he is going to throw this one out to Alshon Jeffrey. No one's going to stop him there. Does a front flip to get it into the end zone for a touchdown. So this will be his 5th receiving touchdown on the year for Alshon Jeffrey. And it's going to be 21-3. We'll see you guys in the second half. All right. Now we're ready to return the kickoff to begin the second half here in Wembley Stadium in London, England. So T.Y. Hilton returns his kickoff. He gets stopped at the 33. That's going to result in a 1st down and 10. We're going to use a pistol formation, and we're actually going to use the 4 verticals pass play. So I'm going to change it up a little bit, put some T.Y. Hilton in for some action. So our primary receiver will now be T.Y. Hilton as we're at the 33-yard line. So we're going to throw this one pretty deep out to T.Y. Hilton, get stopped at the 24-yard line. This is going to be a 1st down and 10. All right, 1st down and 10, 3:23 to go in the 3rd. Flacco throwing this one out to Gronkowski. He drops that pass, so that's going to be our 2nd and 10 now for the London Bulldogs. So they're at the 24-yard line. So I'm thinking my receiver this time will be probably Zach Ertz. And speaking of Zach Ertz, he got traded to the Arizona Cardinals today, or that's what I saw from my phone this morning on the notifications. He got traded to the Arizona Cardinals. So Arizona is a consistent team. I mean, he got his 10th receiving touchdown on this season on Madden. So we're just going to run the ball, and hopefully we'll get a 2-point conversion that way. So 2-point conversion. Frank Gore's going to run the ball. Gets this in, so it's now going to be 29-3 here in London. All right, 1st down and 10 from the 36, 3:04 to go in the 3rd. And Chris Carson is going to run the ball, and he only gained about 5 yards on that play. So that's half a 1st down as we're at the 41-yard line. So Russell Wilson, I almost accidentally said Russell Westbrook for a moment. And they're both Yes, they're both first named Russell. Their last names begin with a W. And this is the funny thing. They were actually both born on the same month and year. So they were both born in November of 88. So Russell Westbrook, who plays for the Los Angeles Lakers, was born on November 12th of 88. And Russell Wilson was, I think, born on November 29th of 88. So Westbrook is older by about 2 weeks and 3 days. So this is going to be a first down and 10 from the 17-yard line. And we're actually going to run the ball with Frank Gore on first and 10. So we're going to hand this off to Frank Gore, the veteran running back. And he uses that juke move, and he gets stopped there at the 30. So this is going to be a first and 10 from the 30-yard line. So we're going to run the ball on first and 10, handing this off to Gore. And he is going to run the ball all the way. Nobody's even trying to tackle him one way or another. And he got lots of daylight, gets this into the end zone for a touchdown. And that was a 70-yarder, and it's now going to be 36-3. All right, first down and 10 from the 32 with 1:09 to go in the third. Chris Carson running the ball, and he gets stopped there at the 41. This will be second and 1, so we're going to use his own coverage here on the defense. And they're at the 41. So Russell Wilson throws this one to Tyler Lockett, so that's going to be at the 49. 81 yards today, 9 for 12, 81 yards, and he's put up the performance. So I don't think he did not throw a touchdown pass. So Chris Carson's running the ball, gets stopped at the 44. This will be a second and 5, and we're going to use his own coverage. End of third quarter. So this concludes the third quarter. We're leading this 36-3 here in London. And we're off to a really good start right now. We're going to conclude the game with a win. If Seattle doesn't score any more points, and we do. So we're going to use his own coverage on first and 10 from the 39. So Russell Wilson, he is going to throw this football. So he does not want to get sacked, in other words. So he slides on in, gets that second and 2, and they're at the 31-yard line with only 3:30 to go in the fourth. This is the last quarter of the game, so anything can happen with 3 minutes and 26 seconds. So season rank 7 for the Seahawks passing-wise today, and they have 78 passing yards. So this is going to be at the 31. Russell Wilson, he's back to pass. That's an incompletion. That's going to result in a 4th down and 2 from the 31. They're going to try to convert. They don't want to take that field goal opportunity, because if they take that field goal opportunity, they know that they're going to miss it. And they run that ball, and do they get the first down? No, they do not. Joe Flacco, 10 for 15, 264 yards, and 4 touchdowns today. I'm surprised that he put up a great performance here. He's almost at 300 passing yards, so there's nothing wrong with that. But check out that juke move with Frank Gore, and he gets stopped at the 44. So 110 rushing yards for Frank Gore today. And we're going to move those chains. We're still going to use the power O run play on first and 10. We want to be number 1 ranked and number 1 championship worthy team. So Frank Gore, he has 5 carries, 116 yards, and a touchdown on the day. We're going to hand this off to Frank Gore, and he's going to get stopped at the 30. All right, Flacco, he's back to pass. He's ready to throw the football. Joe Flacco, he's going to fire this one out to Larry Fitzgerald. So he gets stopped at the 11-yard line. 407 total yards today Flacco stepping back to pass. He's going to throw this one out to Larry Fitzgerald. He gets that touchdown, and he has a 1,000 receiving yard season. Congrats to Larry Fitzgerald, the University of Pittsburgh product. And London will lead this one 43-3. All right, 1st and 10 from the 37 here in London. Russell Westbrook, he gets sacked by Tony Jefferson. So this will be Tony Jefferson's first sack of the game. 45 total sacks in this episode for London. 45 total sacks this season. And I'm surprised that we're only like 5 away. So we should accomplish this within by the end of week 18, which is a matchup against the Philadelphia Eagles. So I'm really anticipated about that matchup because it will prove to us that we made the playoffs. And Russell Wilson claims a reception, throws an interception to William Jackson III, the former Cincinnati Bengals cornerback, claims that INT. So we're going to use a PA Power O run play. Seattle with its second turnover in this game already. And we're going to throw this out to Rob Gronkowski. And this is going to be at the 11-yard line. 326 yards for Joe Flacco today, passing-wise. And I'm going to throw this one, and that's an incomplete pass. So we're going to actually not use an I form. We're actually just going to use the, let's see, PA dive pass play on 2nd and 10 from the 46. London throwing this one, and it is believed to have been Zach Ertz to claim this reception. He gets his second touchdown of the game. So it's now going to be 50-3. All right, 1st and 10 from the 42, and they're going to throw this one. DK Metcalf at the middle of the field down at the 50. 13 seconds to go. 2nd and 2. Zone coverage. Clock winding down pretty fast here. And this is going to wind up being a really good game for the London Bulldogs. And DK Metcalf was trying to want a touchdown, but it's too late as he got stopped at the 17. So the game is over, in other words. So that wraps it up, everybody. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. We're now 14-0 on the regular season, and we'll see you guys at statistics. All right, Joe Flacco, 152.1 pass rating, 14 for 20, 337 yards, 6 touchdowns on the day. Russell Wilson with 2 INTs on the day and 138 yards there. Chris Carson, 12 carries, 47 yards, no touchdowns. Frank Gore, 6 carries, 124 yards, and 1 touchdown on the day. 4 broken tackles. Along the way, receiving-wise, Zach Ertz and Larry Fitzgerald both claimed 2 touchdowns today, and A.J. Green and Alshon Jeffrey both claimed a touchdown reception as well. And defensively, this is where it comes pretty interesting. William Jackson III and C.J. Mosley both had a sack. Montez Sweat and Tony Jefferson both had sacks. And there were no defensive touchdowns today, I don't think, so that wraps it up. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next episode.